But this is where the problem comes, because Zelensky's not interested in peace. Neither is Europe, neither is France, neither is Britain, and neither is the Democratic Party of the United States, especially Hillary Clinton and all of those individuals who were absolute warmongers. They want to see a continuation of this conflict. So the demand now that Zelensky is making is those of peacekeeping troops. And it's a trap, in my opinion. And the reason I think it's a trap is because the idea of peacekeeping troops has absolutely no cogency. Mr. Putin said in an address on Wednesday that peacekeeping troops have to go through the UN. The UN needs to have an agreement and a meeting, and they then need to be sanctioned by the UN. They can't just go in irrespective, which is what France is saying, that the peacekeeping troops will be going there whether Mr. Putin agrees or not. The problem with the peacekeeping troops idea is that they will seek to continue keeping the US in the Ukrainian conflict. That will be an objective. And also, peacekeeping troops will help the UK to become further aligned with the European security policy, which is pretty strange because we left the EU. The problem with peacekeeping troops is that if they don't go through the UN, Putin said that they're going to be they'll be seen as combatants and they'll get annihilated. And then what will happen is Europe and the UK and France will run screaming to America and say, "Save us, save us." Trump will say to them, "I told you in the beginning, I'm not backing this no more. I want to focus on my own domestic issues." And then he will be turned around and called a Putin puppet, a sympathizer, an appeaser. It will ruin his presidency and his domestic program. And hopefully, if the Democrats get their way, shoot them back into power. That's the reason why the ceasefire is a trap, in my opinion. The ceasefire is a trap if they include peacekeeping forces, boots on the ground, because this issue has been introduced into this arena so that it can effectively sabotage the peace negotiations. That's my position, if you weren't clear, or maybe I should have made it clear earlier. Peacekeepers, effectively, or boots on the ground, this is a disastrous and lunatic-based suggestion, because anyone with 2 ounces of sense knows that you cannot just introduce more troops onto the ground in a foreign country, because that's what's also called an invasion, and that means that I can defend robustly my borders, and that's what that is about.